All right, so we'll do our next voicemail. Came in from the website. If you want to leave a voicemail, head to thedawgspodcast.com, like I said earlier, and just click send voicemail in the menu. This one is from Troy in Cleveland.
Hello, this is Troy Kozlowski calling again. I just wanted to see your guys' takes on who you think should and will get the starting job out of Greedy Williams and Greg Newsome. My take on it, honestly, is I hope and think that Greedy will get the starting job. Not to take anything away from Greg Newsome. He's phenomenal. He's our first overall pick, and I'm sure we're going to use him at some point.
Yeah, I think we will.
It's a really good question.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
It is. So I kind of know where I'm leaning on this. Do you guys have an opinion? Quick, you want to go first?
I do have an opinion.
Okay.
I know this sounds crazy, but from what I'm hearing, I think Newsome might steal that job. I knew it's going to go to camp. And they said, obviously Greedy is limited, in the mini camps right now. But from what I'm hearing, it's going to be very, very close. They're both very gifted. They're both very good. But I think just Newsome is going to be different. He's going to be something special. I could be wrong. I guess that's a great...
Yeah, I think right now, the starting job is Newsome, kind of from what I've heard from camp, just because Greedy's not 100% yet. So, Newsome's getting more of the reps, with the defense and stuff, because there's things that Greedy's just limited and cannot be on the field to do. Mm-hmm. I think, I think that's like 6 weeks off before training camp starts, mm-hmm. With mini camp over. Hopefully Greedy gets a little bit more healthy, and then, we'll get to see a little bit more competition between the two of them to see who's going to get that. I think it's going to be a fight until the end of camp, of who's going to get that nod and get that job. And it might be a thing where one guy gets it maybe to start the season, and then it changes, a couple times throughout the year, unless the guy takes off and, he's just far more superior. But I mean, if I had to pick, I would put my chips on the Newsome side, just with the injury that Greedy's coming back with, and everything that they're saying about Newsome, that, what he's done here over the summer is he's already picked up on like almost everything. Like he's excelling in he excelled in mini camps. He's already above the learning curve of the college to the NFL game.
I will say this, and then on Josh, you can jump in.
Yeah.
I think that going into the season, going into training camp, it's Greedy's job to lose. He's comfortable. He knows the system. Technically, he's a veteran kind of guy. What happens? I mean, I do think Newsome will end up climbing above him, but I think it's his job to lose.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm definitely on the opposite of that.
Okay.
I personally think it's Newsome's job to lose.
No.
And I argue just a little bit about the Greedy knowing the system, because he didn't even really play last year, and that was the first year in the system.
This is true.
You're in there,
and
though.
they didn't get to. Yeah, I know. I understand. You're in the building. You're in the meetings. So he's definitely got a leg up on that. But we'll touch on the mini camp. That's what we're going to do after the mailbag. We're going to dive into a mini camp recap. But just to touch on some stuff with Newsome, the reports out of camp were competitive mentality, just a straight up dog out there. They said they're very impressed with his maturity.
Yep.
For being, I think he's still only 20. I don't think he's 21 yet, or maybe just 21. I can't remember. He's young.
Either way.
He's young. They said, so he's very mature in his mentality, but he has room to grow in maturity with his body, which means the dude can get in the weight room, put on some weight, build some strength, and that's good. He's got that young body. That means injuries might not be as big of an issue as we've been sort of worried about with him, but with Greedy, I don't know, man. I mean, you're looking at a second-round pick from a couple years ago that's hardly been on the field versus our first-round pick from this year that, Barry Shuck from Dawgs by Nature told us time and time again, the Browns are high on Newsome.
Really high, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that, training camp's going to be big. The thing that's really going to hurt whoever wins that job is opening day they get the Kansas City Chiefs that they got to worry about going out there to play defense on. So, I think that throughout the season, you're going to see these guys on the field a lot. Mm-hmm. Both, either way. Joe Woods does like veteran kind of type players, so that favors Greedy, Mm-hmm. So it's definitely going to be one of those battles that's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds as camp goes along.
I don't know if you guys saw too, Newsome, picked off Baker on 7-7s in the red zone. So
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it was Baker.
it was Baker.
Yeah, it was Baker.
Oh, it was Baker.
Nice.
The defense got very excited.
Yeah.
Yep. I
So.
had that in the mini camp stuff too. I mean, I can't wait to start talking about the recap and what
so
came out of
exciting.
camp because I know it's early, but man, come on.
I know.
When do we ever get excited as Browns fans these last couple of years?
Just last year. Just last year.
Oh, come on. We were excited for the Freddie year before it
Yeah,
started.
we were.